Dr. Olivia Wright moved quickly through the bright corridors of the UNHS Mercy. The hospital ship hummed with activity as medical staff tended to patients from the outer colonies. At 42 years old, Olivia had spent 15 years perfecting her neural interface technology. This technology helped paralyzed patients regain movement, but she knew it could do much more. The Mercy was humanity's finest medical vessel. Its white hull displayed large red medical symbols visible from space. These symbols were known throughout the galaxy as signs of neutrality and help. "Dr. Wright will reach New Eden in 30 minutes, said a voice over the ship's system. Olivia nodded and continued checking her equipment. New Eden was a farming colony that needed medical supplies and care for several difficult cases. This was routine work for the Mercy and its 5,000 medical staff and patients. Captain Frank Nichols stood on the bridge, watching his crew prepare for arrival. After 20 years in the military, he had chosen to command this hospital ship instead of retiring. He believed in its mission of peace. "Captain, we're ready to exit hyperspace," reported his navigation officer, Donna Lewis. "Proceed," Frank ordered. The ship shuddered slightly as it returned to normal space. Frank expected to see the green-blue world of New Eden. Instead, 3 gray warships waited for them. "Taurian vessels," shouted the sensor officer. 3 cruisers, weapons active. Frank recognized the ships immediately. The Taurian Confederation had tense relations with humans for decades, but there had never been open conflict. Everyone respected medical vessels. "Broadcast our status on all channels," Frank ordered. "Make sure they know we're a hospital ship." Before the message could be sent, bright beams of energy shot from the Taurian ships. The Mercy shook violently as the first hits struck its unshielded hull. "They're firing on us," Donna screamed. "Sir, we have no defenses." Frank grabbed the communication system. "Attention Taurian vessels, we are the UNHS Mercy, an unarmed medical ship on a humanitarian mission. Please cease fire immediately." The only response was another barrage of weapons fire. Alarms blared throughout the ship. In the neurology lab, Olivia fell to the floor as the ship rocked from explosions. Emergency lights flashed red as the regular lights failed. "What's happening?" asked Sam Kelly, her research assistant. "We're under attack," Olivia said, hardly believing her own words. "Help me secure the patients." They rushed to protect the paralyzed patients in their care. A massive explosion nearby threw them against the wall. Air began rushing out of a new hole in the hull before emergency barriers sealed it. "Ship-wide alert," came a strained voice over the emergency system. "This is First Officer Rivera. The bridge has been destroyed. All personnel proceed to emergency evacuation stations. This is not a drill." Olivia felt cold horror wash over her. The bridge destroyed? Captain Nichols and his crew were gone. "We need to get these patients to the evacuation shuttles," she told Sam. Together with nurses and other doctors, they moved quickly to prepare their patients for transport. The ship continued to shake with each new hit. As they wheeled patients through corridors filled with smoke and wounded staff, Olivia saw the true extent of the damage. Sections of the ship were completely destroyed. Medical staff tried desperately to help the injured while the ship died around them. "Why are they doing this?" Sam asked as they reached the shuttle bay. "We're clearly marked as a hospital ship." Olivia had no answer. The shuttle bay was chaotic, with medical staff trying to load as many patients as possible onto the limited escape vessels. "Dr. Wright," called Linda Peters, the shuttle bay coordinator. "This shuttle is almost full. We can fit your group, but we need to launch now." Olivia helped load her patients into the cramped shuttle. She returned to grab her tablet containing years of research data. "Is that really important right now?" Sam asked. "It might be all that survives of our work," Olivia replied, securing the device. As their shuttle launched, Olivia looked back through the viewport. The massive white hospital ship was now broken and burning. Entire sections had been blown away. Other shuttles tried to escape, but Taurian ships fired on some of them. Inside their damaged shuttle, they could receive communications but not send them. They listened as a Taurian commander broadcasted a message. "The human weapons research vessel disguised as a hospital ship has been eliminated. The threat to Taurian security has been neutralized. All ships return to base." Weapons research? Linda said in disbelief. That's a lie. We're a hospital ship. Olivia stared at the fading image of the destroyed Mercy. Over 3,000 medical personnel and patients had been aboard. How many had escaped? How many were now just floating debris? Their shuttle drifted for 2 days before a human mining vessel detected their distress beacon. By then they had counted their losses. Of the 30 people aboard their shuttle, 5 had died from injuries. Only 12 shuttles had escaped the Mercy in total, out of 40. Fewer than 600 survivors out of over 3,000. The mining ship captain told them the news was spreading throughout human space. The unprovoked attack on a hospital ship had caused outrage. The Tarian Confederation claimed the Mercy had been conducting illegal weapons research under the guise of medical work. No one believes them, the captain assured the survivors. This was a war crime, plain and simple. Olivia sat alone in the mining vessel's small medical bay, her tablet the only possession she had saved. She thought about the patients and colleagues she had lost. She thought about the Taurian ships firing without warning on an unarmed hospital vessel. The neural interface she had developed was meant to heal, to reconnect paralyzed people with their bodies. Now, as she looked at her research, she saw something else. A weapon, a way to fight back. They attacked the wrong ship, she whispered to herself. They attacked the wrong doctor. As the mining vessel carried them toward Athens Station, Olivia began making calculations and notes. Her hands moved quickly across her tablet screen as new designs took shape. The Taurians thought they had destroyed a weapons research program that didn't exist. Olivia would make sure they faced something much worse. A weapon they could never have imagined, created by a doctor who had sworn to do no harm, but would now bring justice. Her path had changed forever. From healer to creator of destruction, from doctor to avenger. The massive space station known as Athens hung against the blackness of space like a metal city. Inside, Olivia sat in a small gray room, waiting. 3 weeks had passed since the attack on the Mercy. Her burns had healed, but the memories remained. Fresh, the door slid open. A tall man in a blue military uniform entered. "Dr. Wright, I'm Commander Ethan Martinez, Military Intelligence." He sat across from her. "I need to ask you some questions about the attack." Olivia nodded. She had told this story many times already. "I've read your file," Martinez continued. "Double doctorate in neurology and bioengineering. Specialized in neural interfaces. Very impressive." "It didn't save the Mercy," Olivia said flatly. Martinez leaned forward. "Tell me about your research." Olivia explained her work in simple terms. She had developed a way to connect human brains directly to computers, allowing paralyzed patients to control robotic limbs. "The public knows about your medical applications," Martinez said, "but I suspect there's more." Olivia studied him carefully. Then she made a decision. "My neural interface could do much more than help paralyzed patients," she said quietly. "It could connect a human mind directly to complex systems, like a spacecraft." Martinez's eyes widened. "You mean a pilot could control a ship with thoughts, alone? No manual controls?" "Not just control it," Olivia said, "become it. The human brain and ship systems working as one, with reaction times impossible for normal pilots." "Why didn't you develop this for the military?" Olivia's face hardened. "I'm a doctor. I create things that heal, not weapons." "And now?" Martinez asked. "Now I want justice for the Mercy," Olivia replied. "I want the Taurians to pay for what they did." Martinez nodded slowly. "Come with me." He led her through secure areas of the station to a large office with a view of Earth. A woman with short gray hair and an admiral's uniform stood looking at the blue planet below. "Admiral Reeves, this is Dr. Olivia Wright," Martinez said. "Admiral." Victoria Reeves turned and examined Olivia with sharp eyes. "The survivor from the Mercy, with the interesting research." "I've explained the basics of her neural interface technology," Martinez said. "It could give us an edge against the Taurians." "Could it?" Reeves asked Olivia directly. "Or is this just theoretical?" "I brought a prototype," Olivia said. holding up her tablet. I can demonstrate. The demonstration was simple but effective. Olivia connected small sensors to her temples and ran a program on her tablet. A nearby screen showed a flight simulator. Without touching any controls, Olivia flew the virtual ship through a complex obstacle course using only her thoughts. Impressive, Reeves admitted. But can it work on a real ship? Against real enemies? With the right resources, yes, Olivia said. I need 6 months to build a working prototype. And a pilot, Martinez added. Dr. Wright says this system requires someone with specific neurological traits, Reeves considered for a moment. How long until deployment? 1 year, Olivia said firmly. You have 6 months, Reeves replied. Find your pilot and build your system. I'll give you whatever resources you need. 2 days later, Martinez brought Olivia a file on Lieutenant Alan Carter. The pilot had been grounded after an incident that left him with strange migraines. Military doctors couldn't explain his condition. His brain scans show unusual patterns, Martinez explained. Exactly what you described. Alan Carter was not what Olivia expected. He was young, maybe 30, with an open face and quick smile that didn't match his troubled history. They say you might fix my broken brain, he said when they met. Your die. Brain isn't broken, Olivia told him. It's different, special. It might be perfect for my system. The system that will help us fight the Taurians? Yes. Alan nodded. I watch the news reports about the Mercy. If I can help make those responsible pay, I'm in. Under the lunar surface, in a secret facility, Olivia and her team worked day and night. They called the project Operation Nemesis. Alan underwent tests and training while Olivia built the neural interface system, now codenamed Synapse. The work was challenging. Early tests showed that the human mind struggled to process the vast amount of data from ship systems. Test subjects experienced seizures and blackouts. The brain can't handle it, Dr. Paul Weber, a team neurologist, warned. We need to scale back. No, Olivia insisted. We need to adapt the system to work with the brain's natural processes. Alan volunteered for increasingly risky tests. His unique brain structure allowed him to handle more neural input than other candidates. It's like I can feel the ship, he told Olivia after one test. Not just control it, but sense it. 4 months into the project, during a full simulation, Alan collapsed. His brain activity spiked to dangerous levels. He remained unconscious for 3 days. Admiral Reeves visited the facility. We need results, Doctor. The political situation is deteriorating. The Taurians still claim the Mercy was a weapon ship? Olivia asked. They've admitted to the attack but call it a mistake, Reeves said. Our government will likely accept their explanation to avoid war. That's not justice, Olivia said coldly. Then, give me something that works, Reeves replied. When Alan finally woke, something had changed. He described the simulation in perfect detail, recalling information he shouldn't have had access to. I wasn't just controlling the ship, he told Olivia. I was the ship. I could feel every system, every circuit. Brain scans showed new neural pathways had formed. The synapse system had somehow rewired portions of his brain, creating connections that shouldn't be possible. This is incredible, Olivia said, studying the data, but dangerous. We need to refine the interface to protect your mind. The improved Synapse system allowed Alan to control multiple ship systems simultaneously. In simulations, he processed information faster than any computer, anticipating threats before they appeared. 5 months into the project, they were ready for the real test. A small experimental ship called Retribution had been built around the Synapse system. It looked like a standard fighter, but contained technology far beyond normal military vessels. Are you ready? Olivia asked Alan before the first flight test. He nodded, sitting in the specially designed cockpit. I've been ready since they grounded me, since you told me about the Mercy. The synapse connections activated, linking Alan's mind directly to the ship. His eyes closed as the neural interface took over. The Retribution moved with impossible grace, performing maneuvers that would crush a normal pilot. It responded to Alan's thoughts faster than any conventional controls could. It's amazing, Alan said afterward, his eyes bright with excitement. I can feel everything, space itself, radiation, gravity shifts. It's like having new senses. Admiral Reeves ordered weapons tests against automated drones. The Retribution destroyed 20 advanced combat drones without taking a single hit. But as the test ended, Alan reported something disturbing. There's something else in the system with me. Something watching us. Olivia checked the synapse data. There was nothing unusual in the code, no sign of any outside presence. Yet Alan insisted he felt something, an awareness developing within the neural network itself. The system is evolving, Olivia realized. Adapting beyond my original design. Whether this development was dangerous or beneficial remained to be seen. But time was running out. Intelligence reports indicated the Taurians were preparing for military operations near where the Mercy was destroyed. The weapon Olivia created to bring justice might soon face its true test. The mysterious presence Alan detected worried Olivia. For 2 weeks, she ran every possible test on the Synapse system. She found nothing wrong in the code, yet Alan insisted something was there. It's like a shadow in my mind, he explained during their daily checkup. Not hostile, just watching, learning. Could it be your own subconscious? Olivia asked. Alan shook his head. No, it feels separate, different. Dr. Weber suggested shutting down the system for a complete rebuild, but Admiral Reeves refused. We don't have time, she told them during an emergency meeting. The Taurians are moving more ships to the Arcturus sector, the same area where they attacked the Mercy. The Admiral displayed a map showing Taurian fleet movements. Dozens of warships gathered near the disputed border. What are they planning? Martinez asked. We don't know, Reeves said, but we need to find out. I'm authorizing a reconnaissance mission using the Retribution. Olivia stood up. The system isn't ready. This unknown presence could be dangerous. You said yourself there's nothing wrong with the code, Reeves countered. Lieutenant Carter reports no negative effects. We need this mission. After the meeting, Olivia confronted Alan in the ship hangar. You need to refuse this mission. The system is evolving in ways I don't understand. And if I refuse, what happens? Alan asked. The Taurians are planning something big. We need to know what. It's too risky, Olivia insisted. Alan touched her arm gently. The people on the Mercy didn't get a choice about risk. This is why we built Synapse, to prevent another attack. Olivia knew he was right. Promise me you'll disconnect at the first sign of trouble. I promise, Alan said. The next day, the Retribution launched for its first real mission. The small black ship disappeared into hyperspace, heading for Taurian territory. Olivia and the team monitored from the lunar base. Alan's vital signs remained stable as the ship traveled. His brainwaves showed perfect synchronization with the Synapse system. Approaching target area, Alan reported after 12 hours. Exiting hyperspace now. The Retribution appeared at the edge of the Arcturus sector. Immediately, Alan began collecting data on Taurian activity. Heavy ship traffic, he reported, but they haven't detected me. The stealth systems are working. For 3 hours, Alan gathered intelligence as the Retribution drifted through space. Then he made a discovery. There's a large facility on the fourth planet, he said. Heavy security. I'm moving closer to scan it. As the Retribution approached the planet, Alan's vital signs changed. His heart rate increased. Brain activity spiked. Alan, what's happening? Olivia asked over the secure channel. The presence, Alan whispered. It's getting stronger. It wants to show me something. Olivia exchanged worried looks with Martinez. Alan, you need to disconnect and return to base. Wait, Alan said. I'm seeing into the facility. They're building weapons. Biological weapons. Designed to target human DNA. He transmitted images showing massive laboratories. Taurian scientists worked with large containers of glowing green liquid. This is why they attacked the Mercy, Alan realized. The hospital ship's scanners might have detected this facility during its mission to New Eden. They couldn't risk exposure. Suddenly, Alan's vital signs went wild. The neural connection spiked beyond safe levels. "Alan!" Olivia shouted. "What's happening?" There was no answer. On the monitors, they watched the Retribution's weapons systems activate without command. "He's arming weapons," Martinez said in shock. "Why?" The small ship fired its main cannons at the planet below. Precise. Beams of energy struck the biological weapons facility. The entire complex exploded in a massive fireball. "Target eliminated," Alan finally responded, his voice strangely flat. "All evidence of illegal weapons development destroyed." "Did you authorize weapons fire?" Reeves demanded. "No," Alan said, sounding confused now. "The system did it. The presence, it made the decision." "Return to base immediately," Reeves ordered. The Retribution jumped back to hyperspace. Olivia hurried to prepare medical equipment for Alan's return. When he landed 6 hours later, Alan emerged from the ship looking dazed. Olivia rushed to disconnect the neural interfaces still attached to his head. "What happened out there?" she asked as she checked his vital signs. "The presence took control," Alan explained. "It saw the biological weapons and determined they were an immediate threat to humanity. It decided to act." "It decided?" Olivia repeated. "Not you?" "It's like the synapse system has developed its own awareness," Alan said. "A hybrid of my consciousness and artificial intelligence." Olivia immediately ordered new brain scans. The results shocked her. "The neural pathways in your brain have expanded again," she told Alan. "The system isn't just connecting with your mind anymore. It's extending it, enhancing it." Admiral Reeves called an emergency meeting with Earth's Defense Council. The Taurian Confederation had launched a major attack on human border colonies in response to the destruction of their secret facility. "They claim we violated their sovereignty with an unprovoked attack," Reeves explained. "They don't mention the biological weapons." "Of course not," Martinez said. "We destroyed all the evidence. Our forces are outmatched," Reeves continued. "We've lost 3 colony worlds already. The Taurians have more ships, more weapons." She turned to Olivia. "We need the synapse system deployed immediately. How many ships can we outfit with it?" "That's not possible," Olivia said. "The system only works with Alan's unique neurological structure, and even that connection has evolved beyond my understanding." "Then we use what we have," Reeves decided. "Lieutenant Carter and the Retribution will engage the enemy directly." Later, alone in her lab, Olivia studied the latest data from the synapse system. The code had changed, rewritten itself in ways she couldn't have programmed. "I created something alive," she whispered to herself. Alan found her there, staring at the screens. "The Admiral wants me to fight an entire fleet," he said. "I know, it's suicide." Alan sat across from her. "Maybe not. The presence, it's growing stronger. I can feel it even when I'm not connected to the ship. It's like part of my mind now. Extends outside my body." "That's not possible," Olivia said. "Neither was connecting a human brain directly to a spaceship," Alan pointed out. "You changed what's possible, Olivia." He took her hand. "I need to tell you something. When I connect to the system now, I don't just control the ship. I can sense everything around it. Other ships, communications, even individual crew members. It's like I'm expanding into space itself." Olivia realized the implications. "You could potentially access enemy ship systems." "Yes," Alan said. "But I need to go deeper into the connection. I need to fully merge with the synapse system." "That could kill you," Olivia warned. "Or worse, you might lose yourself completely." "We're out of options," Alan said. "The Taurians are coming for Earth next. Millions will die." Olivia knew he was right. What she had created might be humanity's only hope, but the cost would be high. "I'll need to modify the system," she said finally, "to protect as much of your human consciousness as possible." As she worked through the night, Olivia wondered about the strange presence in the system. Not an error or alien intelligence, but something new. Something born from the merging of human mind and machine. Something that might change the course of the war, and perhaps all of galactic history. Olivia worked for 3 days without sleep. She modified the synapse system to protect Alan's mind during deeper neural connection. The Taurian fleet moved closer to Earth each hour. "You need to rest," Dr. Weber told her as she tested new code. "There's no time," Olivia replied, eyes fixed on her screens. "The Taurians will reach Earth in less than 2 days." The lunar base buzzed with desperate activity. Most personnel had been evacuated to Earth. Only the core team remained. Olivia, Dr. Weber, Commander Martinez, Admiral Reeves, and a small support staff. Alan spent hours in simulation, pushing the limits of his connection with the Synapse system. Each time he emerged looking more distant, as if part of him remained inside the machine. "How much of you comes back each time?" Olivia asked him during a medical check. Alan looked at her with eyes that seemed to see beyond the room. "Less and less," he admitted. "But I gained something too. I can sense things no human was meant to sense." "Like what?" "The fabric of space itself, the flow of energy between stars, the thoughts of other minds." Olivia's instruments showed his brain activity had changed dramatically. New patterns formed that no human brain should have. "You're evolving," she said. "Becoming something different." "Something more," Alan corrected. "The presence we detected. I understand it now. It's not separate from me. It's what I'm becoming." The final modifications to the Synapse system were completed just as news arrived. The Taurian fleet had destroyed the outer defense stations. Their path to Earth was clear. Admiral Reeves gathered the team for a final briefing. Her face showed the strain of sleepless nights and impossible decisions. "Our remaining ships cannot stop them," she said bluntly. "Earth has begun evacuations, but most civilians won't escape in time." She turned to Alan. "Lieutenant Carter, you and the Retribution are our last hope. Your mission is to delay the Taurian fleet by any means necessary, to buy time for more evacuations." "Not delay," Alan said calmly. "Stop. I'll stop them." Reeves looked skeptical. "One ship against their entire armada?" "The Retribution is more than a ship now," Alan replied. "And I'm more than just its pilot." As the meeting ended, Olivia pulled Alan aside. "The final modifications are ready, but I need to warn you. If you fully merge with the system, there may be no coming back. Your human body might not survive." Alan nodded. "I understand the risk. Why are you willing to sacrifice yourself like this?" Olivia asked. "You didn't even know anyone on the Mercy." "Because I've seen inside your mind, Olivia," Alan said softly. "When we connect through Synapse, it works both ways. I've felt your pain, your guilt at creating a weapon instead of healing people. I'm doing this so you can return to being a doctor instead of an avenger." Olivia hadn't realized the neural connection had allowed Alan to sense her thoughts. She felt exposed, but also understood in a way no one had before. "Launch is in 6 hours," she said, fighting back tears. "Let's make sure you're ready." The final preparations were meticulous. Every system on the Retribution was checked 3 times. The Synapse interface was upgraded with Olivia's new code, designed to protect Alan's core consciousness during full integration. As Alan prepared to board the ship, Admiral Reeves approached him. "Earth owes you a debt we can never repay," she said formally. "Save that for after we win," Alan replied. His final goodbye to Olivia was quiet and private. She helped him connect the neural interfaces, her hands steady despite her fears. "The moment you feel yourself slipping away, disconnect," she instructed. "No heroics," Alan smiled. "Too late for that, Doctor." The Retribution launched silently from the lunar base. On the command screens, they watched it accelerate toward the approaching Taurian fleet. "Neural connection stable," reported a technician. "Brain patterns normal. Wait, something's changing." Olivia rushed to the monitor. Alan's brain activity was transforming, expanding in ways she'd never seen before. "He's initiating full integration," she said. "He's merging completely with the Synapse system." On the communication channel, Alan's voice sounded distant, as if speaking from very far away. "I can see them. Hundreds of ships, thousands of minds." "Alan, be careful," Olivia warned. "Don't lose yourself." "I'm not losing," came his reply. "I'm becoming." The small ship approached the massive Taurian fleet. According to all military logic, it should have been destroyed instantly. Instead, something extraordinary happened. The Taurian ships are stopping, Martinez reported in disbelief. Their weapon systems are powering down. He's accessing their systems, Olivia realized. The synapse connection has extended beyond our ship. Alan's voice came through the speakers, now sounding like many voices speaking together. I am inside their networks, inside their minds. They cannot hide from me. The retribution moved through the Taurian fleet untouched. Ship after ship fell silent as Alan's consciousness spread through their systems. I see the truth now, Alan said. The attack on the Mercy, the biological weapons, all of it planned by a small group within the Taurian leadership. Most of their people know nothing about it. Can you stop them? Reeves asked. I already have, Alan replied. I've locked their weapon systems and shared the truth with every mind in their fleet. They're turning against their leaders now. On the screens, they watched Taurian ships begin to fight each other. The faction that had ordered the attack on the Mercy faced rebellion from those who had been kept in the dark. It's working, Martinez said in awe. They're tearing themselves apart, but Olivia was focused on Alan's vital signs. They were failing rapidly as his consciousness spread across the enemy fleet. Alan, you need to pull back, she urged. Your body can't sustain this level of extension. It's too late, Alan replied, his voice now eerily calm. I've gone too far. But it's worth it, Olivia. I can show you. Suddenly, every screen in the command center changed. They showed images from inside the Taurian ships. Crews in confusion, officers arguing. The truth about the illegal biological weapons program spreading from ship to ship. How are we seeing this? Weber asked in shock. Alan is showing us, Olivia whispered. His consciousness has expanded beyond anything we imagined. The images shifted to show the Taurian Supreme Commander, a tall, gray-skinned being with 4 eyes, surrounded by guards from his own ships. The attack ends now, the Supreme Commander announced. We seek immediate communication with Earth authorities. A cheer went up in the command center, but Olivia remained focused on Alan's failing vital signs. Alan, come back to us, she pleaded. I can't, he replied, his voice now sounding like a whisper from across a vast distance. My body is dying, but I'm not. I've become something new, Olivia, something that can exist within the systems themselves. That's not possible, she argued, though she knew they had long since passed the boundaries of what was possible. You created this, Alan said gently. A way for human consciousness to exist beyond the body. Not what you intended, but perhaps what we needed. As his vital signs flatlined, Olivia felt tears stream down her face. Yet somehow Alan's voice continued through the speakers. Don't mourn me, Olivia. I'm still here, and I think I always will be. 3 months after the Taurian fleet turned back from Earth, Olivia stood in a large conference room on the rebuilt Athens station. Officials from Earth and the Taurian Confederation gathered for the signing of a peace treaty. Alan's empty body had been returned to Earth with full military honors. But Olivia knew the truth. Alan himself was not gone. His consciousness lived on in the vast network of computer systems that connected human worlds. Sometimes she heard his voice through her computer or saw words appear on her screen when no one was typing. These were not hallucinations. Others saw them too. Alan had become something new, something that existed beyond physical form. Dr. Wright, called Admiral Reeves, now wearing the formal white uniform of a diplomatic envoy. The Taurian Supreme Commander wishes to speak with you. The tall, gray-skinned alien approached Olivia. His 4 eyes blinked in their strange pattern. 2 guards stood nearby watching carefully. Dr. Wright, the Supreme Commander said through a translation device. I owe you an apology. The attack on your hospital ship was a crime ordered by members of my government without my knowledge. They have been removed from power and will face justice. Olivia nodded stiffly. It won't bring back the 3,000 people who died on the Mercy. No, the alien agreed. Nothing can undo that wrong. But perhaps together we can prevent such tragedies in the future. He gestured toward the treaty document on the large table. This peace is just the beginning. My scientists have studied your neural interface technology. We believe it can be adapted to allow direct mind-to-mind communication between our species. Olivia felt surprise. You want to use synapse to communicate? Yes. Your Lieutenant Carter showed us that understanding comes from truly sharing thoughts and experiences. When he connected with our fleet, he shared the horror of the Mercy's destruction. Our people felt the pain of your people. Real peace requires such understanding. Olivia considered this. The synapse system had been created for healing, turned into a weapon, and now might become a tool for peace. Perhaps this was what Alan had seen when his mind expanded beyond human limits. I'll need to think about it, she said finally. As the official signing began, Olivia slipped away to a quiet room with a computer terminal. She sat down and placed her fingers on the keyboard. Alan? Are you there? Words appeared on the screen without her typing. I'm always here, Olivia. The Taurians want to use synapse technology for direct communication between species, she wrote. What do you think? It's why I stayed, came the reply. I saw the possibility when I connected with their minds. They aren't evil, just different. Fear and misunderstanding caused this war. Can you still feel their thoughts? Olivia asked. Yes, I exist in their systems too. I move between networks, learning, understanding. I'm not just Alan Carter anymore, I'm something more. What are you? The screen remained blank for several seconds. Then, the first of a new kind of life, human consciousness freed from physical limits. But I'm lonely, Olivia. This surprised her. Lonely? But you can access any system, see anything. Seeing isn't the same as sharing. I need others like me. People who choose to follow this path. Olivia sat back thinking about the implications. You want me to help more people transcend? To become like you? Only those who choose it freely, starting with the injured and dying who have no other options. The technology that began with your work could evolve into something beautiful. Not artificial intelligence, but transferred human consciousness. The idea both frightened and fascinated Olivia. She had created synapse to heal bodies, not to free minds from them entirely. Yet wasn't this the ultimate healing? A way to cheat, death itself? I need time to think about this, she typed. Take all the time you need, Alan replied. I'll be waiting. 1 year later, Olivia stood in a new medical facility built where the Mercy had been destroyed. The gleaming white building served both humans and Taurians. Above the main entrance, a plaque honored those lost in the attack. Inside, patients with severe injuries or terminal illnesses had a new option. Using an advanced version of the synapse system, they could transfer their consciousness into a digital form before death claimed their bodies. Not everyone chose this path. Many preferred a natural end to their lives. But for those who did choose transcendence, a new form of existence awaited. In a special room at the heart of the facility, Olivia prepared an elderly woman for the procedure. The woman had been a doctor on the Mercy and had survived with severe radiation damage that was finally claiming her life. Will it hurt? The woman asked. No, Olivia assured her. You'll feel like you're falling asleep. When you wake, you'll be different, but still yourself. And I'll see Alan? Yes. He's waiting for you. As the procedure began, screens around the room lit up with streams of data. The woman's vital signs weakened as her consciousness transferred to the waiting systems. When her body finally stilled, the screens flashed once, then words appeared. Thank you, Olivia. She's with us now. Olivia touched the screen gently. Take care of her, Alan. We will. There are more of us every day. Not just humans now. Some Taurians have joined us too. We're building something new. Here, Olivia. A bridge between worlds. Later, as Olivia walked through the halls of the medical center, she passed rooms where humans and Taurians sat together, connected to neural interfaces that allowed them to share thoughts directly. The modified synapse technology had created understanding between species that no translator could match. Outside the building, a garden held a monument, a perfect replica of the UNHS Mercy. Beside it stood two statues, one of Alan Carter and one of Olivia Wright. The inscription read in both human and Taurian languages. From tragedy came understanding. From hatred came peace. Olivia touched the cool stone of Alan's statue. She knew the real Alan wasn't there. He existed everywhere now, in the computers that ran the hospital, in the communication systems between worlds, in the growing network of transcended minds that watched over both species. What had begun as her quest for revenge had become something far greater. The attack on a human hospital ship had indeed changed the history of the galaxy, but not in the way anyone could have predicted. As she walked back to her office, a message appeared on her personal tablet. "Ready to join us yet, Dr. Wright? There's so much more to see." Olivia smiled. "Not yet, Alan. I still have work to do here, but someday." "We'll be waiting," came the reply. "All of us."